This week on the Push Leg podcast, some of you guys have been to the burger places. We have a little look at your reviews, and should you be calling anybody out? When and why? Also, should you be trained to move before you train on machines? Three, two, one. Did you catch that fly, mate?
Hey guys, welcome to the Push Pull Legs podcast with myself, Tammy.
And me, Tom. Oh, what's going on?
Yeah, I nearly got him, but I think he's gone somewhere now.
Is he gone?
I just don't like the sound of flies flying around. It annoys me. And there was one around, and you decided to put it on Instagram because you could.
You thought it was in my house. I was like, it's not buzzing just directly past my microphone the whole time.
I could just definitely hear some buzzing. That was all.
It's just me talking to you, and you just phasing it out. You're just like, it's just white noise now.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Yeah. You know, what's going on in your world?
Not a lot, mate. Not a lot. You know, just cracking on. It's just standard August, isn't it? I posted the other day that August is a bit of a meh month, and I had quite a few people reply to my story and just said like August is like the Monday of months. Apparently, it's like known. And I didn't really know this, but apparently August is not a great month. Yeah, everyone just feels a little bit meh, don't they? I don't know if it's because the sun's gone now.
I think the sun started going down. It's like
everyone's had their holidays. Like
it's already,
still ages away till Christmas.
It's darkish now, and it's like what is it, quarter to 9?
Yeah,
it's getting a bit depressing. And it's starting to get cold this week as well.
I've noticed that because we've had the heating off in the house. So I've noticed that.
I debated going and buying another jumper today. I was like, because I didn't have one. And I was like, ooh, I didn't get one. I did have like a jacket with me, but I was like, it's not jacket weather. It's like, I just want a little jumper. Not liking that. Not fun. Could just put some trousers on, but just walk around in shorts. If I can do that, I will.
Yeah, I've always got shorts on for as long as possible. Like I'll be wearing shorts with a t-shirt, a jumper, and a hoodie before I put trousers on. Like, every time.
Like, just put it. It's just, what? Why just put trousers? No.
The amount of looks I used to get walking in to third space first thing in the morning on the tube wearing shorts with like a thick coat, hoodie, t-shirt. And I'm like, because I know I'm going to wear shorts all day at work. I'm not going to take trousers.
Like, legs don't count as well, because like I've got quite hairy legs, so that's the same thing, isn't it? It's fine.
There's also something a bit weird. This is just totally random about PTs wearing trousers. I don't like it.
No, I don't like it either.
I don't like when PTs wear trousers. You should always. I don't care what the weather is, what aircon is like, or whatever. You should be wearing shorts as a PT. I just don't know why.
I agree. 100% agree. Coaches wear shorts, and if you're an S&C, you wear a polo t-shirt. Old man with polo shirt. That's what
a white one as well.
Yeah, a white one has to be. Yeah. You can't wear anything else. It's much like being a professor having elbow patches on. But in other news, we've got the mocker one this week, mate.
Do you know what? I mocked you the other week for about.
Hello.
I tried looking for it the other day. I couldn't find any. Yeah.
That is the Califia? I don't know what it is. The cold brew. It's good. I think they're only, like, you can order it from Waitrose, but they sell it in Tesco. It's good.
Really? Well, there you go.
I've got the chocolate
one. It's in you every day. Yeah, well, the chocolate one's going to be decent, isn't it?
Yeah,
but
it's good. Yeah.
I just don't, why do almond milk? Just do normal milk, please.
I wish they did have an almond milk one, actually. So actually yesterday, Dan, just news. Name a cereal that you wanted to try.
A cereal that I wanted to try?
Yeah.
Oh, there's loads, mate.
I tried the French Toast Crunch one.
Oh.
It was good. Yeah, it was good. I had to have it with almond milk though. Bad times.
Is it different? Does it have a taste of French toast though?
It kind of, I don't know what it was good, but I can't be like that's French toast. I can't say that. And also tried the churros one. Is it different to like the normal cinnamon toast crunch? Yeah.
Well, as long as it's different to that, then it's fine.
Then you're okay. No, it was a good solid like B+.
I think it should have a bit more of a buttery taste to it. I feel like.
Yeah. Let me see. I can't. I think it was like cross between like the cinnamon without the cinnamon toast crunch and like a golden Grahamsy kind of golden nuggets taste, which is they're good cereals. So Yeah, they were decent.
feel-
Very decent.
Sounds good.
Puts us back on food, because some people have gone to some of these burger places, right, that we posted up. The 50
Yeah, they
best
have.
burgers.
Yeah, some people have been. We had it confirmed that Magu's the best in the local area.
Yeah, we got, was it Rachel?
Yeah, and it is. It's incredible. Like it really is that good.
Yeah, she had the biscuit one. So she said asado. Asado.
Yeah, I've heard that's good. Yeah,
we didn't do that, did we?
we didn't know, but I only heard about it after you left. Someone mentioned that it's very, very good, and it looks good as well. Their Instagram looks very good.
Yeah, it does look good. It does look good, and we had some suggestions, didn't we?
I really want to try one of those ones. I keep seeing them on Instagram now, but burgers where they have the short rib and they pull the rib out.
Ooh.
Yeah, I really want to try.
Is that a burger?
Yeah, it's a burger.
Is it?
Because they can do short rib with like the cheese and everything else that comes with it, and some of them are short ribs on a burger though.
It's not a patty though. Oh, okay, short rib on a burger.
Yeah.
It's got to have a patty in it to be a burger. Otherwise, that's a sandwich.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
That's raw,
I'm
mate.
with you on that one. I'm with you on that one. But it does. It looks really, really good. We need to find someone that does that.
We can find someone that does that. 100%. It's got to be.
Must be somewhere in London that does it.
100%. You can come down.
I do need to come in. I do need to come in and see you, and we need to have a little bit of time eating burgers.
So we had Butch Annie's, apparently in Cambridge. It's apparently somewhere you need to go. And then Steak and Honour. I think I've been to that one. I can't really remember why though. For burgers, clearly. Crafty in Leicester. Tom Baker. Don't know. What else did we have? Annie's in Notts.
Yeah, I've heard that's good. Like Chris Bailey recommended that to us after the shoot, but it was closed, I think, when we wanted to go.
So Paul Ellis as well has recommended that, saying it's no joke.
He said the one in Hull was shit though, didn't he? That was in
he said the one in where was it? Not even the best in one in Hull. The Dope Burger.
There you go. So
Dope Burger, not good apparently.
But all the other ones that I'd seen on there were actually good,
right?
So.
Nolita Cantina in Liverpool. Apparently, it's got good rating.
Oh.
So good. But yeah, we're settled on a Magoo. So Magoo and Burger and Beyond if you're in London. I'm still persisting with that. I need to take you there, Dan.
Yeah.
Oh, I went meat liquor on Saturday, and I had deep fried mac and cheese. It was good. It was very good. I just don't get mac and cheese.
But
this is like just deep fried sticks. Like imagine like a pencil.
Basically
shape.
a mozzarella stick.
Mozzarella stick, but with pasta and cheese in it.
Mm. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of macaroni and cheese, to be honest. I just don't get why it's such a big popular thing in America. Like of all the foods they can eat over there, they like macaroni and cheese.
They do love mac and cheese,
really?
don't they? They
like,
do rap about it. It's nice, but yeah, it's not like. Yeah,
but you don't need like when you see people and they have like a whole dish of it and like all the sides come out and they're a massive thing of it. I'm like, no, I might want like a little taste, but I don't want to eat a fucking bowl of it.
But yeah, it's odd. It's odd, mate. Very strange. But with your tangent of August, do you think August is the worst month for nutrition and fitness?
Yeah, I think it is. I think at this time of year as well, a lot of I've noticed it with a lot of my clients. They're just a bit, like I said, they're just going through phases where maybe they're
Dan no longer has a waiting list because
yeah. But as that, they just go through periods where I think they maybe have dieted for a holiday, have dieted for summer, and it's kind of like now not really summer. So they're having to transition then into like eating more and gaining weight, and then the motivation or the desire that comes with that is maybe not there or whatever. There's all these sorts of different things, but I just think that I don't know if it's because of like say school holidays and how that impacts the amount of holidays people take at work, which then makes people stress more about their work because maybe they're covering for people or whatever. But I think a lot of the time it just seems to be, I don't know what it is, it just seems to be a time that, like I said, with health and fitness, it becomes a little bit I think it's just everyone just is a bit, that's the only way I describe it, a bit meh, a bit like not really sure what they want to do, or there's no immediate goals ahead of them. Stuff like that, I think, because obviously, unlike bodybuilders, they're not going to go, oh, right, now I've got an 8-month off season to train really hard and eat loads of food. Like, it's not really what they're going to do. They want to stay in some sort of shape, but, all that sort of stuff, really, I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. You tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong.
I think you're bang on, mate. It's the month that, I don't know, generally, with my clientele, people shut down their office and they tend to be away. And also, probably me as well. I think I'm guilty of it. I end up
eating out more because it's nice to be out and seeing people. So you see your friends more. You end up drinking more. Therefore, you don't train as much maybe when you struggle to fit it in during the day. Because believe it or not, if I don't have as many clients, or actually my clients just they fill up anyway. But it's just you end up doing more of the other stuff you're meant to be doing. So your days get full.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's that, and I like it. Like I said the other week on one of the episodes as well. But like again, like Instagram, social media stuff, it just gets a bit like. I've noticed recently, anyway, a lot of the stuff that I post, the stuff that I post that's a bit funnier or about Isabel or something, just gets loads more interaction than anything I post about nutrition. I just think at this time of the year, people are just so switched off with nutrition. Yeah. I think they're just bored of it. You know, I think from January to June they're kind of on it because it's leading up to a holiday or whatever, and then I think come July, August, people seem to just get switched off by it. That's just what I've noticed. Obviously, in the years of being involved in it, but more so this year than others, I really notice. I think people are so switched off by it. Probably switch off this podcast right by now. Probably know.
Was that your new Apple Watch now?
It was.
Oh yeah, it goes. I need to fix mine. Jesus.
Yeah, I just got an Apple Watch today.
Good lad.
Yeah. Again, like there's other reasons rather than just needing a watch. I'm not really a watch wearer, but again, it's actually. The reason I actually got it was two reasons I got it. One, because there's now an app on it called Walkie Talkie. So me and Mike were like, if we had one each, we could just do Walkie Talkie all the time. that's the primary.
I'm going to go get mine fixed tomorrow. So
yeah, and then we can do Walkie Talkie, exactly. But the second reason is genuinely actually so that I can stay somewhat connected to things, but actually not be near my phone. I've noticed that I'm on my phone a bit too much now, and I want to be a bit more present with things, and I think it's nice. With the watch, like I know people have said before, they've said, oh yeah, you just get so many notifications and stuff. Well, you can turn them on and off, right? But my view of it is like, rather than having to go and check my phone and seeing if I'm getting a WhatsApp or whatever, I can see it, or a message, I can see it and go, right, that's not important for an hour or two, and just ignore it. I don't have to have my phone on me. I can leave it somewhere and I can just not touch it. And then I won't go on the internet, I won't go on Facebook, I won't go on Instagram, but I'm still contactable for my clients and for friends, family, whatever. So I don't know, that's one of the reasons I thought it was an investment.
I mean, yeah, I quite like it for work because I can see, mine like buzzes my wrist off, right? And it just sits there vibrating, but you can see who's contacting you and you're like, all right, I can reply to that, bam, if I really need to reply to something. Instead of you're not walking over to your phone to check whether something's happening. It's kind of like there, okay, cool, yeah. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I just found myself,
like,
I just
go
found
away,
myself,
it's okay.
Yeah, I just found myself like reading a message from a client or something, and then going on Instagram or going on Facebook, and you just get lost in all that shit. And I don't need it. I don't need to be on that. I don't need to be doing it. And like I say, it's a way that I can still stay on top of everything. So if someone messaged me and was like, can you reply to this real quick? Of course.
So have you? So you've done your walkie-talkie, but you've answered a phone call or like an incoming call through your phone, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're through your thing. Is it weird, kind of? Have you literally held it up to your face, or have you realised that it picks it up even if you're walking around?
What do you mean?
Because if you're speaking on your watch, you don't actually have to hold the watch to your face.
Do you not?
No. Have you been doing that? Have you been like Buzz Lightyear to Starker Man? Come in.
Yeah, stuff like that. But
you can literally walk around and it'll pick it up fine.
Obviously, if I had AirPods in, it wouldn't be an issue.
It wouldn't be an issue. Yeah.
Straight to it anyway.
Oh, I so want you to do Buzz Lightyear. That'd be unreal.
You know it. You know it. Yeah.
Definitely happening.
That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, no, I genuinely I'm interested. Like I've resisted buying one for a while because I didn't think I was waiting for the technology to get better.
Yeah.
Huh?
Because I've had one, that's why you resisted.
Yeah, because you had one, yeah.
You're like, it must be shit.
No, but I genuinely, up to this point, didn't think I really need one or whatever. But also,
I think need is a strong word then.
Like with true. One I wanted enough to buy one, but genuinely as well, when they came out, I didn't think the tech would be there to make them actually what I would assume they would be. And now they're into like the fourth generation of them. I'm thinking it's almost like the iPhones, right? It's like if the first ever iPhone was compared to this one is shocking. Yeah. And it's that kind of thing of I didn't want to buy one of the first or second series because they never was going to be as good once they developed all the things with them. And I think now they're at a point where actually the stuff and it's actually useful. So like even the thing with like the workouts and obviously the steps and everything, but they're really pushing the health element of
massively,
of them, and they're trying to claim that they can do an ECG on it. I don't think that's very fucking realistic, but the heart rate monitor seems to be quite accurate on it, from what I can tell so far. But we'll see what happens with it. But absolutely pointless discussion. But
no, the GPS stuff, because I bought the free one, because not the free one. Yeah, the third generation, because I got the night version, so the GPS tracking was a little bit better, which meant that the GPS on golf stuff was better.
Yeah, I noticed that they did a little golf thing on there.
Yeah, so
I
use something called Golf Shot, which is my GPS on my golf. Crazy, right? Nerd. But yeah.
Maybe crazy.
Which is good. So Dan had a little rant shock this week, I believe. I've already run it down pre-show. Not about this, but...
Yeah.
When should you call someone out? Was your rant that I noticed when I was just flicking through stories, hunting for Isabel.
So I saw that the reason this was inspired was because I saw Suk sent an email out, and he basically sent an email to say that he'd had loads of people reply to one of his posts or another one of his emails where he called people out for the way that they did the whole internet marketing thing, and he had loads of replies from people saying like, just focus on what you're doing. Like, it doesn't come across professional. Like, just do you. Just don't focus on what everyone else is doing and stuff.
You do you, Dan. You do you.
Yeah, and I was like, no. I was like, that doesn't help people. Like, if everyone had that attitude to everything in life, nothing would ever get done. There'd be, like I said, there'd be no police force. Well, you don't need. Don't worry about it. Just do you. You just do you. Just focus on you. That's not how things work. Like, because people do bad things, and if you can stop that or you can help someone,
there's the title of the show.
Into a trap. Yeah, like
people do bad things.
I don't understand why you would not help them or highlight that to them in some way. Like I used examples like if you were stood on the side of a street and you saw someone who was on their phone walking across the street and you saw a bus come in and you knew they hadn't seen the bus, you'd stop them. You wouldn't just go, well, go and walk on, mate. Like, you would just do the good thing, which is go, no, like there's a bus coming, mate. You'll die.
Have you been to London?
Yeah, people don't do that in London. But I just find it odd. Like, I just find the whole thing odd. And I'm not talking about me calling out Tom because he thinks that trap bar deadlifts are better than deadlifts. Like, that's like an argument to have, right? About mechanics, right? Whatever. I'm talking about
it's
people
not an argument, mate. It's not an argument.
Yeah. I'm talking about people who are selling shit like Herbalife, or they're selling fat loss pills, or whatever. They're selling supplements that don't work, and they're pushing them, and they're making loads of money from them, and they're just harming people's health, or shit like that. Like, that is just ridiculous and shouldn't be happening. That's what I'm talking about. Not like calling someone out because they like intermittent fasting and you don't. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, they both work, whatever.
That's basically just an argument of like, I like Star Wars, you like Star Trek.
Yeah, that sort of stuff doesn't. Yeah, that's
fly,
not
right?
what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like calling someone out, and again, I had someone reply to my email and was like, "Oh, I don't know, I wouldn't like to be called out if like I was at the pub and I'd turned down a beer and had a lemonade." I was like, "That's not what I'm talking about. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. You're not going to get called out for your choice."
That's called peer pressure. That's called you've got shit friends. So.
and the example that Suk was given was like helping someone not waste 20 grand on a guru dickhead who doesn't know what you're talking about, and is going to just force you into high pressure sales tactics. It's like, yeah, I'd want to be warned about that.
Yeah.
I would want to be warned about that. This isn't Suk going, that's a competitor of mine and they actually do things really, really well ethically. I'm just going to slag them off anyway because I don't like them. Like, no, that's not what he would do. Likewise, what we would do about
what?
stuff.
Yeah, when we generally, even if they were a competitor, but if they did good, decent work, the chances are we'd probably refer to them.
Yeah, and it's like that whole thing of like again, we joke about CrossFit, we hate on CrossFit, whatever, but for some people it's useful, and if they do a good form, it's okay, whatever, right? And it's just things like that, like you can joke about stuff that you don't agree with.
So you say we should do more Ben Bruno posts.
Yeah, but it's exactly, that's what I mean. It's like that Ben Bruno post it's just hilarious.
It was so
it's just
funny,
like,
wasn't it?
It's brilliant. He's not calling anyone out, he's just being funny.
Pull-ups, please. Kipping is Spanish for shitty form. Go.
And it's just like, it's clearly a joke, it's funny, whatever. Yeah. It's not like, there's no harm being done. And I just think we're in an era, like I said, where the whole just focus on you, just be positive all the time shit doesn't wash with me. I think that's one of the problems in today's society, is that we've all been told we have to be positive, no one can be negative, and unfortunately you have to be negative. Like, bad shit happens in the world. Again, like, talking about, I know it's not 100% exactly the same sort of thing, but again, it's like the whole police thing. It's like the tax system. It's, if everyone just looked out for themselves, then it wouldn't be a very nice place to live, would it? The world. Like, I just don't buy it, and I think that as a species, I think we're very, very social. Like, I think there's probably evidence to back that up, in that actually we require some social interaction in our everyday lives to feel somewhat healthy and for our mental health and stuff like that. And I just don't buy it that it's just like, oh, just to focus on you, don't badmouth other people and what they're doing. It's like, no, if what they're doing is causing other people harm or affecting their mental health or affecting their finances, which can affect their mental health, sure, you can call it out. I think you're well within your right to call it out, as long as you're right, which obviously some people aren't. But yeah, I don't know. That was just my view of it, and yeah, whether those examples apply or not, people, I'm sure they'll tell me. But I did the poll, and the poll was resounding. I think like 92% of people said, yeah, you should call out bad advice. And like I said, I think that the context of that is what you're calling out. Like I said, if the advice is don't eat any food and take these detox shakes, call it out. If the advice is maybe go for a slightly higher fat diet and lower your carbs because, you know, it's going to help with this, it's like, well, don't call that out. It's like, fucking, as long as they're calorie controlled or whatever, I don't really care. There's a difference in like someone's opinion on certain protocols.
I think the wordage of calling out suggests some sort of public shaming, and that's the issue probably of what the language is being used.
That's probably what people are getting at, again, because of that. Shaming is obviously a word that people jump on these days. But again, I then followed it up with a point that, again, a lot of people replied to, said this is a good point, in that it's fine to call out bad information and bad advice and the information that someone's putting out. It's not okay to just personally attack someone, like, for who they are. And, like, you know, just get personal on them and, like, their hair or whatever. But,
well, that's the only angle I have on you, mate. So yeah.
Exactly, that's why I said it. But you know, it's fine to call out shitty advice. Just make sure when you're calling out stuff, you're calling out bad advice and bad, you know, information or whatever, rather than.
So in theory, Dan can give good advice on shampoo products, even though his hair game.
Yeah. Why not? Why wouldn't you take my advice on hair products?
Exactly. That's the point I'm making. You could do that. Yeah, 100%. Even if you are a moron. Yeah, wonderful.
Wow.
I know. I just said that. But I think the calling out, like, it's just the public thing, because obviously you have an audience as well that may listen to you every now and again.
Yeah.
And if you're going at, I don't know. It's just, I think it's the going at someone, or if you're. Do you have to tag them, or literally go at them?
This is the thing,
or you see some misinformation, then you decide to write a post or some sort of public, or the person who... It's interesting. Is the person, within the context, is somebody coming to you for advice and they've heard something, therefore you're calling it out if you disagree and you say that's wrong to them? Or is it the case of you've seen something and then you're going to mass audience it?
Yeah, I think it's one of those. I think where a lot of times people see something and then they remake their own content about it, don't they?
Yeah,
and I think the reason
100%, and then like certain people get super angry with it because they don't like debate.
Yeah, and I think the reason that Suk got a question about it was because it was obvious based on what he'd said who it was, because only one person that does it. Do you know what I mean? There's that kind of thing as well, where it's like people get really offended about stuff. And again, I think there's also that element of, like, if you're doing everything you believe to be correct and ethically right and stuff like that, then you won't get called out, will you? Like, no. I think there's also that. Like, but again, like, knowing Suk as well, like, I don't think he would call out that bad information if he didn't have some sort of evidence that it was bad information. Like previous clients or previous students that have now come to him and gone, I wasted 20 grand doing this, and it's like that annoys him. And at the end of the day, just like we're trying to do, we're trying to help people. It's not, you know...
I think any time that we have, say, called out misinformation would probably be because we directly disagree with the information and have the evidence to support it, right? So we're going to be able to, like, all right, well, if you want to argue, then let's go. If you don't, we can try and see your point. But if you've got information that I've not got available to me, then we can discuss it. That's going to be the point. But this is how we're reaching, which is what happens with generally if I put anything out.
Yeah.
Just get people sliding into DMs like, no, this is wrong. This is clearly about me. It's like, it's not. It's not.
Yeah,
about me. It is, but
I think some people get so worked up when they see something and it's about them, and again, it's like that whole thing of like,
how many people on Instagram? Yeah, this is definitely about you.
Yeah, it's definitely about you. It's like, but then there's also that element of paranoia where if you say, "Is this about me?" it means that you actually fundamentally think that about yourself.
Because you said that. I do think it's about you now.
Yeah, because you said it now. Yeah, actually, no, it is about you because you've just made it apply to you because you've just said it. But like, it's I don't know. It's a funny world we live in. But I always say, or we've said before on this podcast, like it's for us and certainly for me in terms of what I post on Instagram and stuff. Is like I'm trying to reach my demographic. I couldn't give a fuck what other trainers think about me. Couldn't give a fuck because they're not going to be my clients. I would need to help and service clients that need to understand fitness better and understand how to fit it into their lives. I don't care if bodybuilders talk smack about me and say that I don't even lift and I don't look good or whatever. I don't give a shit. I don't care.
It's not just bodybuilders saying that, mate.
Yeah, true. Yeah. But like, it could be anyone. But even CrossFit athletes or whatever. Like, there'll be people that we take the mick out of. Like CrossFit athletes will probably look at us and go, "Oh, like who are they to talk about?" And it's like it's fair. Like, say it. I don't really care. But I wouldn't like if I saw a post that someone had put up. CrossFit had put up and said, "Oh, all these flexible dieters talking about this. They don't know what they're talking about." I wouldn't go, "Oh my god, it's me." Wouldn't just so generic in its tone. It could be like you say, it's just about anyone. I think, like say, people when they identify to a certain demographic and you joke about a certain demographic, they take it so personally. Like, well, me and Mike have had that before. Like I said, last year with YouTube videos, it's like, no, we're not picking on any one person. It's just a common trend that's quite funny. Don't take it so personally. It's just a joke. Like, that's the other thing I think with fitness. And this is going off on a real tangent. It's just so people take it so seriously, man. Like it's people take it so seriously. Like it's the whole life, and it's like, come on, like for our demographic and who I'm trying to help, it's just a hobby, mate. Like they just want to do it for fun. Like it's not their whole.
Yeah, look a little bit better.
I think that's the problem with fitness is that it comes across as like all consuming, and people. Instagram and social media have got a lot to answer for it because it's put across that way, and like I've really tried in the last couple of months I think to put across just a real side that's like, no, I play basketball, I play cricket, I lift 2 or 3 times a week. I don't let it
because obviously we have obviously a lot of friends and we get kind of filtered into Instagram within health and fitness. Have you ever been on your friends' Instagrams that are not into health and fitness and how it's a completely different world?
Yeah.
It's really strange. So my sister and her fiance,
just full of dogs, isn't it? It's like dogs and other people
it's like
going out
dogs
drinking.
and like horses and all. It's like where's this? Like this isn't on Instagram. This is not what it looks like. It's like what are you talking about? It's like veterinary stuff. I'm like, where's this world? Like it doesn't exist on mine. It's just how filtered it is. It's unreal.
Yeah,
it's a very small thing.
It's the whole thing as well. Like when people do posts or they do, I remember who was I talking? I think it might have been Suk again actually talking about like.
Are you best mates?
Again, like, and, yeah, like Facebook ads or something, and he was saying again like people worry that what they're putting out is like, oh, everyone's doing the same thing though. It's like, yeah, but people don't see everyone else's. You see everyone else's fitness because you're all friends with them, but other people on their feeds don't see everyone else posting similar things, similar content, and that's a trap that I fall into sometimes. I'm like, oh, everyone knows this now about carbs, and it's like, no, they don't. No, people still think carbs are bad, but you still need to write about it. It's like, fuck's sake, really? But because I see it all the time.
Wait, what? Carbs? Whoa, this is brand new information, then.
Yeah, mate, stop drinking that mocha almond milk coffee.
Mate,
at 9:15 at 9:15 at night as well.
I know, it's still like absolute sugar rush as well.
Ridiculous,
mate.
mate.
It's not too bad. 37 calories per 100 ml.
Yeah, but it's not the calories, mate. It's the caffeine I'm thinking about.
Oh, right.
What? You just can't help some people, can you? You are beyond help. Anyway, I feel like we've gone off on a massive tangent.
So its caffeine strength is mild, so it's under 50 milligrams per 100 mils.
Yeah, you've just drunk a litre of it, Tom.
No, I have not. This is 700. This is 750 mils of the bottle, and I'm like halfway through.
Right.
Thanks. 350. I probably consumed about 150 milligrams of caffeine. Will that be enough to have an effect on a lad my size?
A lad your size?
No.
What, on your BMI? I don't know, mate.
Maybe
Probably
my
not.
BMI. Maybe you see my body fat percentage according to anybody. What was it? 8.9, something like that? 8.7?
80.9?
It was absolutely ridiculous.
You were like a stick of lard, weren't you? Or like a pork scratching.
Did I send it to you? I know you just was like, what the hell is this? Everybody was just like, whose was that? I was like, what? I was like, nah. Absolutely unbelievable. And realising that in-body scans are not all that they were cracked up to be. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Really, yeah. Weighing in at, what was that, 82 point something kilos at about, in-body's only have 8.7% body fat. I'm 100% not. Double that, probably a bit closer.
Yeah, closer.
So it was very strange.
Anyway, I feel like I ranted enough today. How about you?
You want me to go on the rant that I previously had?
Let's talk about what you were talking about, Tom. Like, we talked about demographics a little bit, didn't we? We talked a little bit about that. Like, talk to us about what happened to you.
What happened to me? Shock. Tom got, not in an argument, but
Tom got triggered. Tom got triggered. He called someone out.
Again. I didn't call someone out. I educate them. That's my job.
Yeah. Educate them. I told them.
I understood the view and gave them a different point of view, which it's just about populations again and reaching demographics and realizing where you are and all that. Okay, so obviously within my position, trainers come to me sometimes for advice, but sometimes they don't ask for my advice and I just give it to them anyway. Right. And then it's going to be talking about training to, I basically put a title here, it's training to move or training to go onto a machine. And I will go right out here. I've got no problem with training on machines. Dan, did we use we used a squat rack once and then we machine trained together.
Yeah, Watson, you were all over that vertical.
All over. I was like, I want to use that machine, I want to use that. I love it. Like, absolutely love machine. I've also written underneath my thing is foundational old man strength and why you need it. Because that kind of plays into some sort of correlation into training to move before you go onto machines. So it was a case of so it's a client case study that some people would have to write for me, and then based off that we'd do some like screening or do some programming and go train somebody. Yeah, and there's 100% place for machines in the world, but the rise of very recently, and I'll call out Josh for this because he knows I grind him every single time, and I'll be like, all right, cool, but can you coach it with barbell? All right, cool, yeah, but can you have a dumbbell on that? All right, cool. Why is that there? Do we need to put that? It's always an answer why, and there's always, and I'm like, all right, is it for the 1% or is it for the majority? Which is what again we're very similar, Dan, that we're going for the majority client, not the very minute client.
Yeah.
Which is perfectly fine if that's your niche. We know our demographic. But it's a case of when you're training or somebody, I would like to see somebody get foundationally strong before they move on to a machine, probably as a case of a trap bar deadlift or just a goblet squat, a press up, a pull up, and that's probably about it, to be honest. I'll be happy with that. Hit those 4 and you're sound. And then talking about like mind-muscle connections, I don't think you can have a mind-muscle connection. This is my opinion, okay? Without lifting a certain amount of load to your body weight percentage, which I would deem strong, I don't think it is possible to have a neuromuscular connection and mind-body connection on a machine without doing that groundwork first, because I don't think you're trained enough to do that. I feel like it's going to be very hard to have that like trained effect without doing it, and I don't know anybody who's just gone, I only train on machines, I can feel it, that's exactly what I'm doing, because I don't think you have the spatial and body awareness as well, and of having more open chain exercises, because you're always in a fixed point, aren't you, on a machine? So it's always going to be closed chain. That means that your like foot is going somewhere else or something's being moved or etc. So I don't think that can be possible. And then it's the case of being able to coach it as well. Not saying that coaching on a machine is lazy, because obviously there's the whole mind and muscle connection, all this, you need to move this, stretch this lat, or all this stuff. I just feel like you're making the job a lot harder for yourself if you haven't done the foundational work before. And then with 90% of your demographic need to move. Not, I hate the word functional, and we both do. But functional for life, yeah, 100%. There's nothing more functional, I don't think, than probably a walking lunge, weirdly, because it's like a slowed down gait. It's a slowed down walk.
I would just love to see people walking down Oxford Street.
It's an overloaded walk, okay? Squatting, but the argument is like, oh, people don't squat like that when they sit down. I was like, they still flex at the hip and they flex at the knee. It's fine, and you just overloaded it. I was like, the same with a deadlift. It's like people pick stuff off the floor all the time. It's unreal. Also, when do people most commonly pull their back, getting something out of a boot? It's normally like the correlation is, all right, they've hip hinged, so they've bent over, and then they haven't been able to move through, nerds out there, the transverse plane whilst in a hip hinge. So they've never loaded it, or they've never been in that position very often. Like, just my back went. I was like, no, because possibly, if this happens to a bodybuilder that only trains on machines, there's not much transverse planal movement. I'm going to guarantee as soon as they go out of that chain, something's going to happen because they haven't been there. And if you haven't been there, it's going to get really sore. And that's the whole point of like where you're stretching like lats to bring that. You like training that, mate. So that annoys me. So you're not training somebody for life, essentially, and they're not going to be, I don't know, just better quality of life. I don't think they're going to move better. I realise it's very aesthetically driven, but I still, the people who I look up to maybe in bodybuilding, like the 3DMJ guys, they still train a lot with barbells and dumbbells and stuff. And it's not always about creating torque in certain moment arms and everything. Yeah, that has a place. And also you can definitely do that using a barbell and a dumbbell because it's a lever system. And then that's what it is. It's like the body is the lever and where the fulcrum sits. So
the thing for me is totally relevant to all that, but it's just, I think, as just being a skillful trainer, what if you get to the gym and someone's using the machine you want to use?
Yeah.
What the fuck do you do then? Like,
or the particular attachment that must be used for this. It's like, all right.
So in a busy gym, like, how often are you going to be able to use every single machine in the exact order you want to use it with the exact rest times and the moment arm or whatever? Like, you need to be able to know how to do a barbell, dead dumbbell, trap bar, kettlebell, cable machine variation of these movements. Otherwise, you're wasting your client's time. What you do? Just spend 20 minutes waiting until the machine, because that's part of the plan and that's how you do things. And I just think I think it's lazy to just only focus on that. You need to know how you would adapt to other things. Likewise, and I've been there before the opposite way. I've gone, right, we can't squat, the squat racks are full, we can't do that because the dumbbells aren't heavy enough, let's go leg press. So that's fine.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you've got a rationale behind the movement, what you're trying to achieve, and it's not the best case scenario, but you're going to go to it, whatever. And I did it yesterday with my training.
I was like, all right, I'm going to go leg extension and row because they're close next to each other.
Yeah, I think if it's one of your clients, I think if you train them the way we're talking first, with barbells, dumbbells, movements, and then you do it the other way to machines, they're going to find that easier. They're going to push themselves harder. Whereas if you go from just doing mainly machines to then going to a squat for one day because the machine's taken, you've got to teach them how to squat then. That's going to take so long, because they won't have been able to do it. And I just think, again, for the majority of people you're going to coach that walk into most commercial gyms, that's what you need to know. That sort of stuff is useful. Not knowing exactly where to put the feet on a leg press or leg extension, exactly what point it needs to be sat and how the seat needs to be done exactly for maximal torque on the quads. It's like, just squat, mate. Just front squat. Like, do you know? I don't know. I just think it's knowing your audience, it's knowing demographics, it's knowing what you're trying to work with.
And don't get me wrong, I'm sure people will be like, oh, but Tom, you talk about this nerdy stuff when you're jumping and bounding and that kind of stuff. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Then that's got my premise. But I still think it's moving, and it's more, I'll be like, all right, but this is athlete focused. That's the demographic this is going towards. Cool.
Yeah.
But they're still going to be moving. I'm still loading at certain points, but it's very strange. I don't believe that and guess what? Not all of my clients jump around.
Yeah.
I think they should do. Maybe I'll just try that. Everybody's going to jump bodyweight jumping all day, I'd be knackered. Just demonstrating. I don't demonstrate. It's fine.
You just go, do that.
Do this.
Do that.
That's part of our assessment during like our level 1 thing for external and internal cues. I ask only describe using external. No, what was the one I did the other week? Only describe this movement without using your hands. Stand next to the client and only use. I think it was just external cueing. It's like so you have to reference something in the room and then how to go towards that. It really bamboozles people.
I bet it does.
Yeah. But you get to see how they coach, and they just come up with great little anecdotes or little stories about doing stuff. And then with the coaching rapport as well, you suddenly get a better rapport with your client because you're thinking about abstract stuff and having a little bit of a laugh. It's about coaching cues, but
that's what we want, isn't it?
That's what we want, exactly. 100%, mate.
I think the other element to that as well, just finish on that, is that I think there's also the element of a client feels like they're learning a skill and they feel that they've seen the progression, whereas if they're just using machines all the time, they're not actually learning a huge amount probably in terms of movements. Like they could, again, if that exact machine wasn't in a gym that they could go and train themselves in, if they rocked up to a gym, they were training with their buddy and they went to a CrossFit gym, how are they going to train?
We get that all the so at the Mildmone Club, we don't have a preacher car. So I've taught people how to use the GHR as a preacher car.
Of course you did.
I was like, it's how you really use it. It's like, and we also don't have a car phrase. We frequently get asked where these things are, and then people will be like, all right, well, I can't do that then. What? So, what are you on about? Like, there's cables, there's dumbbells, there's barbells. It's like, do it. It's fine. Yeah, but it's teach them how to fish, right?
That's it.
Not
literally.
No.
You teach them how to use the gym.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Clarity. Good man. That's why you're here. So, Dan, shoot things in the internet-ish. I feel like we haven't done that in a very long time. But are you going on your foam roller course?
Oh, mate. When you said that, I couldn't believe it. Like, someone's trying to sell a course and how to
If anyone's bid on one, then please tell us how it was.
What are they going to say? Give me 100 quid. So, yeah, here's your foam roller. What do you do with it? Well, it's a bit of foam, and you roll on it. Yeah? Okay, go 100 quid. Was that 100 quid, was it? For you telling me that?
4 hours.
Just swapping the words around. Roll on it. Roll on it. It's a foam roller. Thank you. Ridiculous. Like, I'm just going on a course, Tom, to just to learn how to inhale and exhale. Yeah, because I don't know how to do it. Or put one foot in front of the other, how to walk properly. I'm saying that. There's probably fucking courses on this. What am I saying?
Of course there is.
People will buy anything, won't they, these days?
Bear in mind... Yes, some of my clients use foam rollers, but as like a thing to go towards. They think it feels better. They're fine. The research is inconclusive, and you don't need 4 hours are a long time to spend on foam rollering.
I just don't understand that. How you can spend that long doing it?
I get bored after 10 minutes.
I don't mind 10 minutes, mate. Not like that.
That's only because you can be on your phone. That's about it. You got to do your other stuff whilst you do it. Strange, mate. Very strange. All right.
£100 for a foam roller course. I bet you better get a foam roller included in that as well.
I hope so. Yeah, jeez.
You'd hope so.
Imagine if you didn't. Like, no, bring your own. What? All right, good. All right, any other business, my friend?
No other business, sir.
No other business. No. Nothing from me as well. All I've got...
No, there is other business. Oh. There is other business. If you haven't yet written a review on our podcast on iTunes, we would really, really appreciate it if you did.
It's because
really,
I haven't looked at it for a long time.
I haven't, and I think the last one was on like June time. So
June, yeah, we got 131 ratings.
June plug.
Yeah, majority are 5-star. A couple of people don't like us. 1 star. Yeah. It's either Bamps or we can guess who it probably is.
We can guess.
I reckon it might be your former coaches, but yeah, it's probably is. Or former clients, I reckon. That'd be funny.
Mate, do you know what?
Can't rate
the way I look at things is that you're always going to get if you're polarizing and people love you, you're always going to get people to hate you as well. Do you know what I mean?
Very true.
Well, it is. No one wants to be vanilla, mate.
Yeah, go review, leave a rating. You can't do it on
Don't
Spotify.
leave a 1-star rating. After
No.
that, don't. No,
leave
it's not
a
encouraging.
nice 5-star rating. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, please.
You can't rate on Spotify, which is slightly annoying, considering.
I just still love that guy put 4 stars.
Yeah, I know.
Just put 5 or 1, mate.
Yeah, just don't sit on the fence. Don't do that. That's boring.
Ridiculous.
That's like those like surveys that you have to answer 1 to 5, right? And the people are just like 3, don't know. If you're hitting 4 or 2, you've got no opinion.
So I went into EE and the guy was like, "Oh, you might get sent a message about my customer service, whatever." And he said,
"You will, yeah, you will."
Yeah, he said just to let you know that anything other than 9 or 10 is marked down negatively.
Yeah, it is. That's a normal. We do it. It's a net promoter score. It's used by every business in the world. It's called a net promoter score thing.
So if you give someone 8, and 8's like, bearing in mind what we score cereals, right? 8 out of 10 is pretty good cereal or pretty good burger.
So yeah, the net because we use it at First Base, right, for everything, and we use it with education based. So you got net promoter scores, which a 9 or a 10 are a walking, talking advert. They're always going to be like talking positively about you and the business. Like 7 and 8 are kind of average gym goes. They've obviously got a problem with the gym at some point, or they've had a complaint. It's not the best. They probably won't refer. And 6 and below is a detractor, and they would outwardly bad chat you and don't really enjoy it, but they still might go, or they're quite highly likely to cancel. So yeah, we use that a lot within our gyms, and they probably use it for every single. Well, it's not every single business. Any business that vaguely knows what they're doing and is customer service based, probably sending out net promoter scores. So we probably do, I don't know, 100 members every week. I think we get it off, and then you do an average out of scoring system based off what you get.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Did not know that. So there you go. You learn something new every day.
NPS. They get to leave comments as well, which are even funnier.
I can't think that's a bit harsh though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. When I first started, I was like,
especially for like EE, like it's like okay, it's just like I'm just come to see you maybe for 10 minutes to buy something. Like you might, I don't know. I just think it's a bit like obviously like more like the gym's a bit more useful because that is a bit more like.
It's stuff we can stuff we can do. Like we can be like, all right, I don't like this here. But there's some of them amazing though. I should if I'm allowed to read a couple out, I'm sure I can. I remember one of them was pool needs to be deeper. I was like, all right, mate, thanks.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll just dig down there, shall we?
Just go dig, guys. All right, we'll close it next week because we're gonna dig down a little bit further. There's probably a reason why it's that deep. Maybe because legally we don't have to have a lifeguard at that depth, so we're saving on salary. That is 100% true, by the way.
I don't doubt it.
Very strange. All right, mate. We can wrap up there. I think I'm on a British weightlifting course this weekend, so I'm going to be snatching and stuff. I'm teaching a course on Thursday.
I reckon Tom, after the weekend, is going to start doing snatches and cleans in his program.
Well, I was doing cleans before, wasn't I? And then I got tired over this month, so I put them out. I know. But August, mate. It's August. That's what happens.
It's August, mate. I'm telling you, it's August. I'm telling you now. Right. Another thing as well is message us on Instagram if that's a real thing. If that is a real thing, let us know because I'm pretty sure it is.
And then probably on Thursday there'll be a bunch of stuff because I'm teaching poor souls. I'm teaching 9 till 4 on S&C and plyos.
They're going to be bored.
They are going to be dull. And we can get a load of people to review these bad boys. They're literally on my these. Exciting, aren't they, Dan? Woo!
What the hell is that?
It's a G-Flight.
G-Flight.
G-Flights. I'll give you. I'll tell next week what they actually do. We'll be using them at First Base. We bought a few. So they're cool. These are. I don't know. I don't think they're. I'm not sure whether I was meant to take them home, but they're in my house now. So I definitely didn't buy them. So it comes out of Josh's budget. We're good.
Fair enough.
Well, we bought them together, didn't we, Josh? It's fine. First Base bought them. I've got them. So cool. We'll tell you about ground reaction force and strength reactive index, all that kind of stuff. That's what we'll be learning about on Thursday. You want to come down?
I'm good. I'm busy Thursday.
Right,
washing my hair.
Yeah, washing
my hair.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, washing my hair.
Mate, you're sponsored by Pantene now, aren't you?
You know it, mate. Yeah. Can you imagine if I was?
All right. We will catch you next week.
Speak later.